Subsidy were removed by this present government. It's not correct, sir. Subsidy in 2023 budget, there was no provision for subsidy. So subsidy was removed by Buhari government, not this government. But only that Tinubu government has the boldness to say it out that subsidy has been removed. There was no provision, and you can't spend without budgetary provision. So that nothing, no dime was appropriated for subsidy payment. So where do you want him to get money to pay subsidy when there was no provision for it? So he didn't remove subsidy. First subsidy has been removed by the past administration. So what he did was to pronounce that there was no subsidy. And again, you talk about they should introduce. They've introduced subsidy. We'll see how it goes. They've introduced subsidy. People are clamoring that okay, subsidy to be removed. Okay, the president has removed this. Now introduced subsidy, and people are clamoring for 167 naira per liter. It is not possible. Even before Buhari took over government, how much was a liter of fuel or petrol? It was 169, not even 167. So how did they come about 167? All over the world, nowhere that a liter is being sold for 167. We should be realistic to ourselves. We should make a realistic demand that government will sit with you and provide solution to it, not demand that nobody can even listen to you. 167 is not realizable. That's the fact.
All right. Last question, Sandra.
The two pitches then. If you are a rich man and you go to market today, you know how much you used last year to buy some food items, and you know how much you use this year. So it affects everyone. So it's not peculiar to the youth or to the poor people alone. But I will advise that they should please be patient, because this man has a very noble project, especially for the youth. And the agriculture, now they talk about rice distributed. Nobody distributed rice to me. What I'm aware is 20 trucks of rice were given to all the state governors and 20 trucks of fertilizer. House of Rep members were only given a truck of fertilizer. Senators were given 2 trucks of fertilizer. And we have given, I've distributed my own. Immediately, they drop it in my constituency. I distributed all the 600 bags of fertilizer given to me. So, and we still know some few members are even yet to get their own fertilizer. But me, I've gotten my own, I've distributed it. So if people are talking about what rice being distributed, I'm not aware of that. As this year, no rice was given to any rep member. I can boldly say that. But rice were given to state governors. 20 trucks of rice were given to state governors. And 20 trucks of fertilizer were also given to state governors. And if we talk about poverty, poverty should be bottom-top approach. It's not from top to the bottom. Because we pile all the fault on the president alone. It shouldn't be. So we should also direct our questions to the local. We have subnationals that should complement the effort of the federal. So I think that's all about that.
All right. Thank you very much.
The turnaround maintenance of refinery, that is for the executive. I think executive is the best position to answer those questions. As regards the subsidy, I was not a member when 2023 budget was laid before the National Assembly. You know, budget of 2023 was late 2022, all right? And it was passed December 2022 to take effect from January 2023. I resumed office as a member of the House of Rep on the 13th of June 2023. So we inherited that budget. And when they brought, that was why you see what we did now. We reworked the budget. We reworked 2023 because we discovered that this budget can't work. It's not working. So we have to rework it. And this government, the present government said they do not want to award any contract without cash back. You know, unlike before, you see contract being awarded without cash back. That's why you see abandoned project everywhere. But this one said no. Any project that we award, there must be 100% cash back. That you know, okay, any contractor that moves to site must be mobilized at threshold. They pay you. That's how it should be. That's why we reward the budget 2023. And again 2024, what we have in the budget was 800 per barrel, $800 per barrel. But you see the dollar differential, the exchange rate, dollar sometimes rising to 1,900. That was also why the finance committee, which I belong to, also proposed a tax, a windfall levy for all the banks, because banks source for dollar from CBN, and dollar were given to them, but the windfall on that dollar, bank has been the only one eating it all the years. But this government said, no, enough is enough. We can't have money and be borrowing money. You can't take money from CBN and also the profit on that money, keep it as part. It's not your money. So the sharing should be 70-30. But the bank's MDs also fight it and said, okay, we should do 60-40. So the government is taking 60% of that fund, and why of the profit of the fund, while the banks are taking 40%. So that is very fair, because this, because there is no money. That's the bitter truth. The government is broke. We should face the reality. Yes, there is no money. That's the bitter truth. So yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All the money that will be given to all the state government, the journalists are aware of it. So it's not by Minister of Information. You should be aware that money was given to the state at every quarter.
But how fair? How fair?
I cannot answer that.
Excuse me. He's not answering my question.
I cannot speak to that. Because
Your constituency,
yes.
what have they benefited from you so far?
Okay. Like I said earlier, I just finished artificial intelligence training for 120 youth in my constituency. I brought the expatriates. They came, I trained them for 2 months, and now we are fixing them different fintech company. That's number one. Number two, I pay bursaries for virtually all the students in my federal constituency, no matter how little. I also obtain JAMB, obtain NECO for all the students in my federal constituency. Okay, and I've done the project I inherited. Like I said, 2023 was not my project. I inherited it from my predecessor. But the project, what we did was we shared it to two. You know, we shared the project 50-50. So when we have 5 boreholes, I'll take 2. I give my predecessor 3. So that was his project, it's not my project. But 2024 is my project, and that 2024 we are yet to be executed by any agency. So, but they are doing advert, and by next month, I think they will mobilize contractors to move to site. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Give us employment. We are ready. Yes, we are ready to work. That's what it is. So our governor is doing well. Is performing excellently. So we appeal to our youth that we don't need to join protest. Protest is not for us. So he is a good man and a performing governor. Yes.
Thank you very much.
I am not, but I'm from Ekiti. I can attest to that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
We can draw it. Thank you very much.
I think bad government does not start with this government. So I think we need to get it clear from that concept. That bad government has been in Nigeria for time immemorial. But it's the constitutional duty of the citizen to also protest if they feel that the government is not doing what they are supposed to do. But as it is, this government is very new, and considering the level of decay inherited by the government. Like they said government is continuous, we all know. But if you inherit a bad structure, it will take a while for you to repair it and make it stand solid. So I want to beg all of us and the press people to also be patient with the government in power. Give us a little time so that I promise that the government will do the needful. We all know that. And as regards the youth that are protesting, I will visit them and advise and also beg them to please dialogue. Because if you could see that the crisis in Iran and the crisis in Russia and Ukraine, for the past almost 2 years, they'll be fighting and no solution in place. But if they come to table, I think that crisis will be resolved. So I want our youth to also consider that olive branch that the president has offered them, that they should come to table for dialogue. So whatever demand they have, they can table it before the government. The one the government can do immediately, they will offer it. The one they can do in a long time process, they will also let them know. So dialogue is better than protest. Because we could see what is happening now. A farm of a serving senator was burned down, and that is not protest in Jigawa State. If that is protest, that means that's personal interest or hate. That's what it is. So we will advise our youth and our compatriots to please be patient with the government. The government will do the needful.